Hey there, my friends. In today's video, we are going to be getting almost 3 hours of nothing but fall decorating and some fall cleaning. So I have got this marathon running. So if you are ready to decorate, you're just ready to get into the mood, or you want someone to decorate with you, this is going to come in handy. So almost 3 hours of our fall decorating and again fall cleaning. I'm going to have a ton of DIYs. You're going to see multiple homes that I've decorated, and I think this is really going to get you guys ready for the season, whether you're ready or you're not, just to have some company and to get you guys in the mood to start decorating for fall. I hope you guys are ready. I know that I am. You're going to see a lot in today's video. Go ahead and like this video. I'm so happy to spend the day with you. Subscribe if you are new, and let's get started. So today's fall decorate with me is going to start with a DIY. I found these pumpkins at Hobby Lobby, and although I love the curves and the texture of them, I wasn't in love with the color. So I picked up these paints, just any paints that kind of stood out to me. I know I'm going to mix colors, and I just wanted to get some paints that I felt like would mimic heirloom pumpkins. So on a paper plate, I've got my green paint, I've got a little bit of blue and white, and I'm just going to mix it all together. Whenever I'm painting, I just go with the flow and just make all kinds of colors and make it until it looks right to me. So I just Googled heirloom pumpkins and got the images, and that's what I have on my screen right now, and that's what I'm trying to mimic. I love the rustic, warm colors of fall, but I don't always love the bright oranges. So this year I wanted more of a muted look, and I felt like the heirloom pumpkins, the natural ones, would be perfect for my space. My home is already really light and bright, and I wanted to add some muted fall touches this season. So I'm going to go ahead and wash the entire pumpkin with this color. So you can add more green, more blue, whatever suits your style. The goal here for me was to mute this orange as much as possible and do layer upon layer. I wanted this pumpkin and all the pumpkins to look very real. I wanted them to look like they've been in the pumpkin patch for a while, and I wanted it to look like a very cozy organic piece in my home. So kind of bringing the outdoors in, that was the goal I was going for. So I'm using a sponge brush here, and I'm just washing the entire pumpkin with this color. I will slowly do layer after layer to achieve the look I'm going for with this topiary. You can also do this with little pumpkins and anything that you desire. If you see something in the store, I just encourage you to go crazy with it and get super creative. As I was finishing this up, I started dabbing my sponge all over it, and I loved the texture it was giving. That was exactly what I was going for, and I didn't even start off knowing I was going to do it. So that's why I encourage you, just get some paint, get your piece, and just go for it. You will really surprise yourself what you come up with. So the next pumpkin, I am going to do more of a salmon color with terracotta. I want again to mimic that heirloom look. I already did a very light cream color all over it to mute some of that orange and just really dilute and diffuse that color. Now I'm just going to add this additional salmon terracotta look on top. When I am doing my pumpkins, because I want them to really stand out and look organic, I like to do the lighter colors on the outer portion of the pumpkins, and inside the curves and the creases, that is where I'm going to do my darker colors. So here's what they look like. Sorry, it's busy here. Here's the original bright orange, and I'm going to just speckle it now to give it a little bit more aged look. This looks very terracotta, which isn't a bad thing, but I think I want it a little more salmon color. And I really want to figure out if I can find a way to do like little warty things. I think if I did some hot glue, I'm not sure. So I'm gonna play around with it a little bit more. This has kind of got like a celery look, which I don't mind, but I wanted a little more blue. So for a color like that, I think I'm gonna need to mix some green and some white and some blue. Maybe some grays in there as well. So I'm taking that same smaller pumpkin and I'm just adding more texture and color. I actually got the sponge really wet, dipped it in some water, and I am letting this paint just flow through all of the curves. That's gonna give it a really natural look to it. I always like adding water to my projects because again, it gives a really natural, realistic look to the pumpkin. You can't always mimic the look of colors and wear by natural aging that it would do in the outdoors. So doing something like this where I'm going to add speckles with a darker color or adding some water really helps achieve that natural look. I want to encourage you, if you have an idea in your mind of what you want to do this year, just Google it, go to Pinterest, look at people who inspire you, and kind of come up with an idea. If you don't see anything you like in the stores, get creative. I think that getting creative with anything you do in your home is so much more satisfying and also appealing. It's one of a kind. You feel proud of yourself, and more times than not, especially in my case today, you save a ton of money by doing it your own way. So I'm going to wipe some of the paint in the curves of this pumpkin to give it a more realistic effect. This took about 3 days to do because I wanted it to dry with each layer, but this is how it turned out and I could not be happier. I really love this one. Now I just let water fall all over it and let some of that wet paint just kind of go in the natural curves of the pumpkin. I felt like it gave it a very realistic and organic look. Now I picked up this little jigsaw type tool from Michael's 2 years ago. I think it was $9.99. It was at an end cap. And let me tell you, if you want to cut pumpkins, this thing is a must. I had seen them for years and years and I really just didn't think they would work. I felt like it was kind of gimmicky, but let me tell you, it cut through these pumpkins perfectly and so easily. I'm going to save the pumpkin stems just in case I want to disassemble this another time, use it for something else in the season. I always encourage you to save these stems. You can also buy additional ones on Amazon, but I just think it's easy enough to put them in a plastic bag and wait if you need to use it for something else later. So coming outside, this is the front porch area, and that is what I'm making these pumpkins for. I wanted to wipe all of the cobwebs and everything off out here and just get this ready for something really inviting. I always enjoy decorating my front porch. I feel like it is your first impression before coming in the home. You can really set the tone when your visitors come over. So after sweeping, I'm now going to blow all of the leaves off before I start assembling all of the pumpkins. I purchased this black planter from Amazon, very affordable. Then I went into Hobby Lobby and purchased this greenery garland, just regular leaves. I liked adding this instead of bunches because I feel like it had more movement, and that is what I was looking for. I will just clip it in half and just place each part of the garland in between the pumpkin. If you remember, while the pumpkins were displayed on my countertop, there were definitely some spaces, so adding some garland in between will be perfect. Now you can be completely done right here, keep the stem on this pumpkin, and this is beautiful. I was really surprised how much I loved it. But because I have the other two pumpkins, we are going to go ahead and continue to stack them. So I'm going to add the more bluish gray pumpkin. I'm going to also add this mossy vine garland that I also got from Hobby Lobby. So in nature, things just drape and flow naturally, and that is what I was going for with this arrangement. I'm adding all throughout any gaps that I may see some of this vine, and I'm letting it just flow as if it were real in the woods or wherever you would see it. I also wanted these pumpkins to look like they had been out at a patch. So this vine gave a very mossy look as well. I really loved the contrast with the lighter pale pumpkins with the deep, beautiful greens. It really had nice just contrast and it complemented this area beautifully. When we purchased this house, it had the most adorable little wood swing on the front porch, but it was very weathered and falling apart. So we donated that and we ended up selling the white swing we had at our previous house so we could purchase a larger one for our family. I purchased this custom swing that I actually found the builder on Facebook Marketplace, and he built this for me to fit this area. It fits a standard crib mattress, and I got the cover from Etsy. Someone actually made this with Sunbrella fabric, and it is beautifully done. I love purchasing things from actual people on Etsy because I like to know that my money is actually supporting real families. I love that. That's why I also like to search Facebook Marketplace for builders and things like that because again, I love to actually help out real families. So I got a lighter color for this area because bleach is always your friend with outdoor things, and B, I didn't want to feel like I had to change the color with the season, so something neutral would be a perfect foundation to kind of build different things on for the season. I got these 2 pillows from Lowe's on clearance, and I've actually got 2 more coming. And then I have this urn. I got this urn from Walmart quite some time ago, and I've got a real peace lily, and I don't know what those reddish color flowers are, but I'm going to add these Hobby Lobby picks. When you add faux florals or picks or things like that into real flowers, I feel like it upgrades the space beautifully. So I'm coming in here and I've got this arrangement I made. I actually did a reel on Instagram if that's something that you would like to see. And I'm going to add this antique dough bowl that I got from Georgia last November, and I'm going to add our fruit. Now I think some Bartlett pears would be gorgeous in here, or maybe some dried artichokes, but this is what I had on hand. So this is what I chose to use. Now these faux dried stems are stunning. I got them from Michael's. Actually, everything here I got from Michael's except for the berry-like stems there. Those are from Hobby Lobby last year. So in this little pantry area, this is where I have my espresso maker, and I'm still waiting to have the outlets built, but until then I will have it set up. I also made that tray with marble tiles. I did that on Instagram as well. So as I was looking at the island, I realized I felt like this would look better over here. This really brought the area together, gave it a pop of festive colors. I love the rustic look against like the beautiful granite and the white and the gold. This just brought it together so perfectly. And again, I brought the bowl over here because the brown is such a pretty rustic color. This glass pumpkin I got from Hobby Lobby, I think for like $2, and I'm filling it up with some of our treats that we love. You could do some candy corn or any seasonal appropriate candies. I think that would be so cute. This area, I was so pleased with the way it turned out. In my living room, I'm going to use one of my just heavyweight blankets. It is striped and it's got some neutral colors in it. Now, usually a darker blanket would definitely complement a lighter sofa, but I'm going to use what I have. I'm also going to use this really beautiful tasseled pillow, as well as this velvet latte colored pillow I got from Amazon. I also will put my blue pillows that I use year round right here to continue that same color of blue that I have throughout my house. Now, if you want a super affordable ways to completely change your room or a space, go to Amazon and get pillow covers. They also have pillow inserts as well. I feel like that is the most affordable way to change your space and really upgrade it. I will often just scour any home store for clearance pillows, and even if I don't like the cover on it, if it is a good size and it feels good, I will buy it super cheap, remove the cover, buy something from Amazon, and it is exactly what I was looking for. Excuse Ruby, I am interrupting her nap while I make this space cozy for fall, but she loves being my little helper. I'm taking these lumbar pillows that I got from Amazon and matching the ones from the couch, and I'm putting them here, and I'm also going to fluff these curtains. These are heavyweight thermal curtains I got from 2 Pages. They are also on Amazon. They are my favorite curtains I have ever had, custom made. If you want some information, it will be in my description box. So I'm going to save my moss balls that I got from Hobby Lobby in a plastic bag so I can use them when it is time and the season is over. And I'm going to put a lot of pumpkins in this antique bowl. I like using wood, especially during this season, because it brings in a lot of texture and warmth. And I feel like that is what fall is all about. So the pumpkins here are from Home Goods, and I do like this teal mint color. I would rather them a little blue. I might paint them a little bit, but we'll see. I'm always moving things around whenever I'm decorating, and you can see Emma painted and wrote on the back pumpkin with the pen. Because I moved that other floral arrangement, I'm adding some flowers here a friend sent me, and then this really beautiful pearlescent blue pumpkin. This is an antique bench. It's not really antique, but someone made it to look like an antique stool or bench. I found them on Facebook Marketplace as well. And I'm going to put this cable knit blanket right here. Now this is where my kids will put their socks and shoes on or sit down with their backpacks in the morning. So I just wanted to soften this space a bit. If you ever have a stool or a bench, adding a pillow and a cozy blanket will soften that space immediately, especially if it is something like leather or wood that can really seem harsh. So I'm going to add this pillow as well, and I always interchange the pillows throughout my house. Adding this really sweet little pumpkin on top just makes it so welcoming when someone comes in from outside and they walk into your home. It's just like, it's clean, it's fresh, it's bright and airy, and it's definitely season appropriate. I decided, since I had so much blue in the house, I went through that same floral bin and got some of these blue berries and added it to this arrangement to really tie in the colors and make it cohesive through the rest of my home. I did it also in this bunch of pumpkins as well. Whenever you are decorating your home, if you use a similar color palette, it will definitely help make your rooms feel cohesive. Even just one color, bringing it throughout your house makes the space feel intentional, definitely designer, and again, cohesive. I'm going to show you how I make my pumpkin pudding. I actually stumbled upon this on accident. I was going to make my banana pudding, which I have a recipe for that from years and years ago, but I decided last minute, because we had some pumpkin in the fridge and some open condensed milk because I had made pumpkin creamer, that I was going to try something different, and my family loved it. They actually liked it better than banana. I've never seen this recipe before. I shared it a couple weeks back on my Instagram, so I'm going to share it with you today. So you've got Cool Whip. You're going to need a block of cream cheese. I do gluten-free. You don't have to. Lady fingers would be a good substitute. Get Jello, vanilla Jello. I like the instant. All I had is cook and serve, so make it according to the package. Pumpkin pie spice. Pumpkin, not pumpkin pie filling, but actual real pumpkin, and then condensed milk. I have gone ahead and put my block of cream cheese in here, and then I'm going to add half of this condensed milk. If you like sweeter things, then you can add the whole thing. I try to limit the sugar a little bit. So that's about half. Yeah. And then I'm gonna do about, I'm trying to remember because I'm making it from memory. So we're gonna do half the jar. So half a can. This is a 15-ounce can. So let's just say 8 ounces of pumpkin. And then I'm gonna do a little pumpkin pie spice. And then I'm just gonna whip it together. Definitely need some more pumpkin pie spice. You can also put this in the pudding, it's fine. So I have put this together as it's complete. I have whipped this together until it's completely smooth. Now, if you don't want to do this process, all you have to do is when your pudding is being mixed together with the milk, add your condensed milk, add your pumpkin and your pumpkin pie spice then. Then you can add your room temperature cream cheese if you don't want to do this process. This is going a little extra, but if you don't have all of this, don't feel like you can't make it, you can just add it to your pudding immediately. If your cream cheese is not room temperature, it will clump a bit. I use an emulsifier and it's fine. But if you do it to room temperature and you whip it all really good, it should get very smooth. I'll let Emma have a little flavor, a little taste. Hey, Bugs. What do you think? What do you think? Yes? I put the pudding in here and I'm gonna let it sit in the refrigerator to cool. I did taste it. If you don't want a really strong pumpkin flavor, you can do less. My hands are clean. That's perfect. So, and once it's cool, I will actually fold in the whipped cream. I'll show that to you in just a minute. So I did let it cool for about an hour and a half. Longer is better, but I was really wanting to have this ready for the kids. So I'm going to use half of the container of Cool Whip and I'm going to fold that in. Try your best not to whisk it in or whip it in aggressively because it will completely just diffuse all of the fluffiness. So folding it in, it might still look a little marbly, but that is okay. That's just like yummy ribbons of Cool Whip flavor. I am going to now just make a little trifle. Now you do the layers and the way you want to do it. Now I'm looking back, I'm like, well, maybe I should have done the whipped cream before the wafers, but do what you think is best. You can always tweak things and make it your own. And I want to make this like really rich, really delicious. And because my family, after I made the last one, they were begging for it. So I was really wanting to have this done before the kids came home from school. Now, if you want more of a pumpkin flavor, feel free to add the entire can of pumpkin and then the entire can of condensed milk. You do what works for you. Like I said, I had just come up with this recipe and this is how I did it. And so I wanted to share it with you. Also, it's really yummy to add more of the wafers on top, even crushed wafers and pumpkin pie seasoning all over. I also like a dash of cinnamon. It really complements this pudding so incredibly well. You'll want to let this sit in the refrigerator, go overnight or a couple of hours for the best texture. But if you're like me, you can't wait and you eat it within an hour. I felt like this area needed a little something more, so I went back to Lowe's and picked up some more clearance pillows. Each pillow was $5. The larger one was $20, and you can always change the pillow covers as needed. I'm going to add this really soft velvet pumpkin, and this just sets the space off. You don't have to go overboard. I don't think I did, and it just gives you nice touches of some fall cozy vibes, I guess you would say. Also, you can water your plants while these picks are in here. It does not damage the picks at all. They hold up very well, so feel free to water your plants as needed. So here is the big bin of florals I was talking about, and I keep all of my florals. I leave it open for anybody to come and get anything they want out of here. Isabella and my mom are able to come in here and just get some florals because sometimes you just need a little something here and there, but you don't want to buy the whole thing. So we all share our decor, we all share our clothes, we all share our food. Everything I have, it is open to any of my family and friends. I will do the same for my sister-in-law. She'll say, I need some things for fall. And I'm like, girl, I got you covered. I'm going to put this blue little pot here. I got this a while back at Home Goods, and add these faux mums. I got these from Etsy about 2 years ago. I'm certain she still has them. If she does, I'll put a link in my description box. But I thought the white was really pretty. I love bright green and light colors. There's something about that just mix is beautiful to me. So adding it here on this weathered little table, this just gave me all of the feeling. The girls like to sit out here and drink coffee, so I wanted this space to be really special. I got this acorn candle at Sand and Fog. I don't burn a lot of candles sometimes, but since it's so hot here in Florida, a little trick is put your favorite scent out here, and the warmth and the heat of the sun and the weather will diffuse the fragrance beautifully on your front porch without ever having to light it. So I wanted this wreath here. It is a faux pumpkin patch wreath and garland from Williamson Sonoma, and it was $100 plus shipping. And there was no way I was going to do that. So if you've been here for a while, you know I used to make wreaths as a little side hobby and a little side business, as well as signs and things like that. And wreaths are one of my favorite things of all time to do. One thing that I have promised myself on my journey of just really being balanced and just focusing on gratitude. I mentioned that in my other video, just having the gratitude as like the song of my life. One thing that I have been focusing on and trying to encourage myself to do is be more creative and to dig into the things that bring me joy. So I went to Hobby Lobby, I picked up some picks that match the picture, and I decided to make the wreath myself. Before I start any project, I like to organize each bunch of florals and picks, so when I'm ready to start assembling everything, it's right there. It has to be very organized. That's just how this process works for me. I really loved this like loose grapevine wreath that Hobby Lobby had. I had never seen it before, so I was excited to try it. I'm going to take my larger picks and place them on the wreath before I actually put the floral wire and glue on there. I want to make sure I like the placement. Always do a little trial placement when you're going to make a wreath. That way you're not putting stuff on there and feeling like you don't like it, and then you've got a big mess on your hands. However, if you do that, just know that when you're doing DIYs, mistakes and accidents are absolutely welcome. That's how you learn, that's how you grow, and that's how you figure out what you like and you don't like. So I'm going to place all of these on here. Once I like the placement, I will basically put floral wire through every part of this so it is really secure. Then I will flip it over and use Gorilla Hot Glue over all of the wire to make sure we are good to go. Let it dry and flip it back over, and then start putting the other pieces on there. When I make anything like I was talking about with layers and painting for the pumpkins, or I'm going to do this, it's always layer upon layer. So this was the grapevine wreath is the first layer. Then the large picks are the next layer. Now in any of the gaps that I see, I'm going to start adding more layers. I started out with the lighter colors first because I wanted to contrast that dark wreath, and I'm going to put the eucalyptus and this burnt orange leaves on here just to give it some dimension and again to fill up any of the gaps. Once I like the placement, I will secure it all with hot glue and we are good to go. I cannot wait to show you how beautiful this turned out. I can honestly say I am so proud of myself for making this wreath. It felt so good to do. It made me feel inspired and motivated to do more DIYs and to really get back to the things that make me feel like me. So I'm really excited to show this to you. I am so ready to make more. I love the way this came out. Love is an understatement. I have walked outside numerous times and felt absolute gratitude and thankfulness for this home and for this setup. Truthfully, I think it's my favorite of all time. Sometimes I go overboard and it gets a little too much for me, but this year I did what makes Lynn happy, what makes my family happy, and I just focused on that, and it turned out better than I could have ever expected. I am so thankful for this home. I'm thankful for this opportunity to decorate it, and I love the way it turned out. So when I was decorating, I decided to add this blue pumpkin right here just to give it a little bit more blue and really help the berries pop out. I want to thank you all so much for watching today's video. I want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for being here. I genuinely care about you and I want you to know how loved you are. Also, don't forget to decorate your house for you. That's what I'm doing this year, and have fun. I love you all so much. I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys. Hello my friends, welcome back to another video. In today's video we will be doing a fall clean and decorate. I want to add more subtle fall touches in my home, but first I need to get this space clean. I like to add the subtle yet cozy pieces to my decor to really bring in the fall season. I hope you guys are ready, and if you haven't already seen my previous video where I did a ton of decorating, I will have it in the description box. I am so excited to share this with you, so let's get started. So I actually filmed a huge overhaul on my home where I deep cleaned the entire thing. I had just gotten so tired of all of the clutter and mess everywhere that I honestly couldn't even believe I had left here for so long. I went through the whole house and gave it a good deep clean. I was going to post that video today, but I decided I wanted to post another fall decorate with me, but yet I needed to clean some of this up. So we are doing the fall clean and decorate. I love doing these videos because it can feel like you are actually cleaning and decorating with me, which is what I love so much about this community. So first things first, I'm going to unload the dishwasher. Now, generally, I will have my boys do that when they get home, but if the dishwasher is done, I'll go ahead and do that during the day so we can put any dirty dishes in there right away. I really do try to keep the sink empty as much as possible, and it has really helped to keep the kitchen clean and keep the momentum going on keeping our home clean. As I had mentioned before, I had really fallen off the bandwagon when it comes to my cleaning routines, and I really couldn't believe that I let so much time go by, but I did. And I feel like I suddenly opened my eyes and I was so overwhelmed, and I realized there is no other time but now to get it done. I have been able to maintain that for weeks now, and I want to encourage you, if you also struggle with getting things done in your home, just do it. And I know that's easier said than done. For someone who definitely does struggle to get things done a lot in my home, if you could just do it and then stay on top of it, you will feel so accomplished and so incredibly proud of yourself and your home. So in last week's video, I decorated all of the kitchen, but I decided to add a few more subtle fall touches. Now I continue to say subtle because I'm not doing very bright colors of the season, the oranges and yellows. I personally prefer more of the muted tones in my home. It gives more of a calming effect for me. And so that is what I stick with all of the seasons. So especially this year with the new home, I wanted to do a lot of pastel and muted pumpkins. When my mom was here this previous weekend, she loved the arrangement in the back there, the pumpkin with the dried faux flowers. She loved it so much, and she's having an event and she wanted me to bring it to her. So I am going to be changing some things up once again in this house. If you haven't seen, we did pull out the previous island in here and we added this piece here with this beautiful granite on top. I have really been enjoying it because I feel like it warms up the space, but yet it keeps it very modern. I really can't explain how it feels, but it just feels so right. It's a little bit different than the pantry area, and I feel like it gives it a lot of interest to the kitchen. I cannot wait to finish everything. I got some new containers, so I'm going to put these away and get the space ready for those. I need to go ahead and clean this sink. I'm going to use just regular Dawn dish soap and some baking soda, and it works great. You add a little bit of water and it makes a really great paste. You don't have to get too fancy in it. I really do love the pink stuff. I like it better than the Scrub Daddy paste in my opinion, but you can just make your own paste and it is incredible. My last house we had a stainless steel sink, and I've always had stainless steel sinks, so I was a little worried about getting the white ceramic. I think that is what it is, or maybe it's porcelain, I don't know. The white farmhouse sink, I had seen it, I had always wanted it, but I didn't think our family could have it. I felt like we would just destroy it, but let me tell you, this thing is ironclad. You cannot mess this up. It has been so awesome to have, and I think it's probably my favorite sink ever. And it wasn't much more for the addition. So if you are going to be renovating your house, go ahead and get the white sink. I'm telling you, it doesn't get nasty, it doesn't get scratched, and it is so beautiful. So I purchased this just the other day at TJ Maxx. It is a marble serving tray, and I love using these for risers around my sink. I always prefer something like glass, a ceramic, or marble around the sink so it doesn't get destroyed with the water. I also was able to find this really precious pumpkin hand soap container. This is something I will keep for years and years. You can just refill it as the season comes from year after year. And it was so cute. It jumped out at me and I had to have it. So this is a hand soap container, and I went ahead and put my dish soap in this Superhuman automatic dispenser. It complements the kitchen accents so well, and I love the way it sits next to the sink. Next up, I want to organize this little area right here. I want to remove some of the paper holders, and I wanted to get a little diffuser wall unit to do my oils. Now you can get whatever oils you like. I like the Thieves oil. It just has always had a very fall autumn scent to me. I can smell the clove and the cinnamon. So this is always my go-to all year round. This and Christmas Spirit are by far my favorite of all the oils. I initially got into oils basically because I like my house to smell good, and most candles really bother my asthma and allergies. If you have a candle that you love that does not irritate your asthma and or allergies, will you let me know in the comments below, because I love the ambiance of candles, but I just can't handle it. I actually burned the acorn candle I had in my decorating video last week that I put outside. I decided to bring it in and put it in the bathroom and light it, and I could not handle the smell. I didn't even like the smell of the wick. That was what was bothering me the most. So please leave your suggestions in the comments. I would love to know. So I've got this container here. This is an old Threshold container from Target. probably a year, 2 years ago. And I'm going to use this bundle of hydrangeas I purchased at Home Goods a couple of months ago. Very high end, very pretty, and they were super affordable. I will usually get my florals from Michael's or Hobby Lobby, but when I saw this, I know how much hydrangea stems are, especially long stem hydrangeas. So this was a really good deal for $12.99. They had a really good feel, and I felt like they looked very realistic. And then I'm going to use this wood riser, which is actually, I believe, a cutting board from the Hearth and Hand line that I got many years ago. This is probably 5 years old, and I still love it so much. It sticks around. It moves from house to house. So I picked up this really unique shaped pumpkin from At Home. Actually, no, excuse me. I picked this up from TJ Maxx, and I liked the color of it. Again, it gave that muted feel, but I did not feel like it popped over here. So I'm bringing this really pretty pearlescent blue and gold pumpkin. I had this displayed last week, but everything continues to move because when I start decorating more spaces, I find that something in one spot can go in another. I always shop my house first. And even though you may see it on here, that doesn't mean anything is necessarily new unless I state otherwise. But I will always shop my home first. When I started thinking of fall decorating, I actually pulled out all of my fall decor before I went and purchased anything, and I had nothing, literally nothing except for florals. So I did pick up a few things, and I'm using some of my just normal household items to make this space come together. And this is the cutest little banquette on the edge of the counter. So I want to clean off the refrigerator and the dishwasher because there are so many smudges and fingerprints, which I'm so thankful for the fingerprints, but every so often I would like to have a clean fridge. So I'm using the Sprayway stainless steel cleaner, and I really like it. I feel like all of their products have been really good. So I'm using my microfiber cloth, and I'm just going to clean all of this off really good. We were able to get this counter depth fridge at a massive discount from our friend at the Appliance Plug. They are amazing. So they also have a YouTube channel. Just check them out. I'll put them in my description box, but they are awesome. And we were able to get a scratch and dent refrigerator, which looks incredible in my opinion, for a fraction of the cost. Now it is a counter depth, so we don't have a ton of space on the inside, but it makes this kitchen feel so much larger because it's not sticking out so much. So if you are ever in the market for appliances, do not be scared to go and look at the clearance appliances or the scratch and dent. You will find some treasures back there, and just because they're not quote unquote perfect, they have to discount them, and you can get an incredible deal. So we get all of our appliances from the Appliance Plug. We are good friends with their family. They are genuine, wonderful people. And so they also have a YouTube channel where he just creates all this content to help you fix your appliances without calling a pro, which I think is pretty cool that he does that. So if you need to learn how to fix something or you have questions, you want to check him out. And this is the downstairs bathroom. This is the only bathroom that actually has a full-size tub in it, and it's also the guest bathroom. So I wanted to give this a little touch of the season as well. I wasn't sure if I was going to decorate in here. Again, I didn't have any fall items, so I am being very, very cautious and particular about the things that I purchased. I'm only picking out things that are just grabbing my attention that I feel like I can't live without for this season. And believe it or not, I have not purchased a lot of new items. I've been using just regular home decor and sprucing them up, and just little things that have stuck out to me that I decided to get. I also chose to get really versatile items, so I know that I can use them season after season. So in here, I'm going to wipe everything down. I'm just using a Clorox wipe and wiping the top of this countertop down. I plan on giving this bathroom a total makeover and overhaul, but I wanted to focus on other things first before I do that. So wiping the toilet down, and like I had mentioned, because I had given the house such a deep clean and I have stayed on top of it for several weeks, all I have to do now is wipe countertops down and the toilets down, and it makes cleaning up for the day so much easier. And like I had mentioned before, I feel so proud of myself. While I was at TJ Maxx, I found this precious frosted acorn glass that was filled with Q-tips. This was perfect for the bathroom, as well as this Autumn Breeze hand soap. Now I chose this because the fragrance was not too strong. I don't like heavy scents, and the blue was just absolute a win for me. And then the canister that it comes in is an actual glass canister, so I knew I could use it time after time. I'm using this marble tray that I got from, I believe, At Home so many years ago, and again, just using regular home decor and sprucing it up for the season. I encourage you guys to shop your house first, go through your bins before you purchase anything. Use things that you use regularly and add a little fall touch to it. That way you're not spending too much money, regretting those purchases, and you're filling your house up with things that really mean something to you. That is what I am trying to focus on this year, so I just wanted to send that encouragement to you as well. However, if you want to splurge and buy all new every year, that is you, and that is absolutely okay. You do what is best with you. So I'm going to roll these washcloths here. This is just something so small and absolutely free that gives this bathroom a really nice spa feeling. It gives it a very clean feeling, and I feel like it is very inviting for my guests and mainly my family, because that's who's in here more than anybody. Something I will do is when the towels are dry from being used the day before, I like to just fold them up. I feel like it looks nicer that way. They're dry, they're clean, so we might as well use them again. And then I've got these washcloths. They are also something I've had for the longest time, and I love them. I got them from Home Goods, I believe, and I have been on the hunt to try to find more of them because I love the color and the pattern. So if you ever see them, definitely let me know, because I think they're so cute and they're so absorbent. They're great. And when I redo this bathroom, I think they'll fit in here just perfectly. So I purchased this little basket, I think for $5 at the Target dollar spot quite some time ago. I'm going to quit saying that. Just know that it has been here for a long time unless I specify. I don't want to bore y'all with something saying the same thing over and over. So I just want to throw that out there. So Chris wanted a couch with a recliner. Actually, he just wanted a recliner, but he didn't love the couch, and I didn't love the couch that we had previously. So of course, in my fashion, I searched all of yard sale and Facebook Marketplace and all of the places for used furniture. And I sold our previous couch and I purchased this one. It really opens up the space in the living room so much. And most of all, he got the recliners that he was looking for. Chris has multiple surgeries on his feet, and he is also an AC contractor, so he's on his feet nonstop. So it was really, really important for him to get something that could recline. So I was happy that I found this, and I was really happy that I sold my other couch the same day. So that was a win-win, and he loves this so much more. When I decorate my home, I am always thinking about the things that he loves and the things that he would want in our home. I feel like it can be so easy because we're the women and we're the wives that we just decorate the way we want and the men have to handle it. And if that's the way you do it, I'm not judging you one bit. But for me, I find great pride and joy in decorating my home in a way that he feels comfortable and that he loves as well. When he comes home and he tells me that he loves something I've done, it really, really warms my heart. So in this area, because the couch comes at a curve, the previous one was a 90-degree angle, there is some open space here that I don't really like. So I'm using this old wood stool that I got from an antique shop in the local town next to us. They have a ton of antiques, and this was something that just stood out to me. This bench I purchased from Facebook Marketplace. Someone made it to make it look antique. Antique benches like this, I believe they're called Elmwood, are extremely expensive, upwards to $400, $500, $600 or more. And I was able to find someone to replicate it for a fraction of the cost, and I love it. It fits perfectly behind this sofa. These are the two pumpkins that I got from the Decor Steal It box. They had a really good selection of items. Now Isabella and Sandra decided to take many of them, which was a good reason, or a main reason why I was purchasing it, but I did keep these. I thought I would also show to you that, like, even if you see a jack-o'-lantern that you love everything about it but you don't necessarily like the face, go ahead and turn that sucker around and you have got two uses out of one pumpkin. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn it around. I'm going to set it right here on the mantle. I'm not 100% in love with the way the mantle turned out, but it's going to be a work in progress, and we'll see the final way that it'll be. We just don't know yet. But I think these pumpkins are so cute. Decorating has always been a huge passion of mine. Even as a little girl, I would try to decorate my home with the coloring pages I would do for each season. I would tape them in the window and try to show the neighborhood what I was doing. My mom was a single mom, so she did not decorate a lot for seasonal type things except for Christmas. And even then, I was fighting for her to do it as soon as Thanksgiving was over. So I knew that when I had kids, I was going to make it like top on my priority list. Being able to decorate has helped me really get out my creative side. I love doing creative things, and I feel like that the decorating is just a part of that. I also like looking back and seeing how our home feels. It's not just a house, but it's a home, and it feels like that. I really want my kids to feel like they have a place that they can come to where they are loved and accepted no matter what they do and who they are. And that is why home is so important to me. It's also important that we have a place that we can have as our solitude and our refuge. And that is really something I focus on, especially later on in life. The world can be so crazy, but I want my kids to know that this is your home. I mentioned in my last video, and I'll show them to you again, the curtains that I have in the living room are actually custom made. You can get them actually on Amazon, or you can go to the Two Pages website. I have the information. I'll put it in there again. I have it in my last video. They are awesome. They have an awesome measuring guide, and you can get anything that works for your home. So I just wanted to throw that out there. They did gift these to me, full transparency, but I actually already had them in my cart, so I just told them what I wanted. So I am going to add this little flag. It just came into the mail, and this is one of those other things that just makes Chris so happy. He is a huge Florida Gator fan, and even though my front yard looks a little rough right now, we are getting there. I wanted to have this up there for him. So next I'm coming into my bedroom. I went ahead and washed the sheets the night before. I was really disappointed, truthfully, because I had purchased some new sheets from HomeSense, and they just don't feel great. My favorite sheets so far are the Cozy Earth, and I accidentally spilled bleach in the garage, and so I used the Cozy Earth fitted sheet to dry it up, and unfortunately it ate straight through the fabric. So I'm using the new fitted sheet on the bottom, and I'm using the Cozy Earth flat sheet on the top because I genuinely love them so incredibly much. I also have a duvet, and they have a great warranty. I did get a little hole in the duvet, and they sent me one right away. I did show them and tell them about the hole in the fitted sheet, and unfortunately they said that was basically my fault, and they're not going to do that. But I understand, because that really was my error. I get that. But I have this Lull comforter, and it's incredible, and I still stand by their bed, and I still stand by their pillows. There are no pillows like the Lull pillows, and Chris's back pain is virtually gone. Actually, I say virtually, but literally, you guys, it's literally gone. So I stand by our Lull mattress and pillows and comforter. Miss Emma is hanging out with me, eating her apple while I finish making the bed. And I got this little pillow here. Actually, it's a long lumbar pillow, and I loved it. It is perfect for my bedroom, and the colors are amazing. I never really loved the other lumbar pillow, so I was happy when I found this. But I made sure to wait to find something that really stood out to me, because I didn't want to make the mistake of just buying something to buy something. Luckily, I am able to purchase pillow covers, and the other lumbar pillow will be able to be used outside. So that is totally a win, in my opinion. I definitely do not buy things anymore just to buy it for content or buy it because I saw somebody else with it. Don't get me wrong. I never purchased anything I didn't like because somebody else had it. Absolutely not. But sometimes you see something on somebody else, like clothes or shoes, and you're thinking, yes, that's going to be so cute. And you get it home and it's not. So I'm cleaning this off, but I wanted to show you what is on my nails, because on Instagram I was getting some questions about it. I use Madam Glam. Now these are my natural nails, and I do a pink builder gel. You'll have to look into that. A Russian manicure, a European manicure, and I will do that, build the nail up, and then I use their gel on top. So this is a pudding gel. You can see I've used it, and it is incredible. You got to use a brush, and it goes on so beautiful, and it self-levels, which is incredible. And I like, because I have more control with the brush. So I've gotten back to doing my own nails. So builder gel, you can find it all over if you want to do a tutorial. And then their gel is incredible. I love that one. Was called Cinnamon, and is so me. So I will also have some information about them in my description box. Now I'm going to be keeping a lot of links in there. So if I say something is in my description box, I just want you to know that doesn't necessarily mean that something is sponsored or whatever the case may be. But I just want to let you know that it is down there. Now, as with the curtains, those were gifted, but that link will always be in there for you guys to use at your leisure, as well as the Madam Glam. They were gifted, but I accepted the gift because I just purchased their items way before they even knew who I was. So I was like, sure, you can send me something. I already use your stuff, so I'll have their information as well. But I like to just say that because having your trust is huge for me, absolutely huge. And I want to tell you if something's gifted. I'm also going to tell you if I like something or I don't. Like when I do the Temu, I will tell you right then and there, like, yes, this is awesome. No, this is not going to work. And they know that going in working with me. And I also make that very clear when I work with brands. I will never lie. I will never fudge. I will never bend the truth. I will not do that. And I just want you guys to know you've got my you've got my word on that. So going to continue on in here again, because I have stayed on top of my cleaning routines. It's just coming here and wiping everything down with a Clorox wipe every so often, a couple times a week. It just keeps it really where it needs to be. But of course, doing makeup and getting dressed in here, it gets messy. So I'm going to clean this area off, and then I'm going to add some bath mats that I got from HomeSense. That's a new store around here. The bath mats we had, they're so thin, and Chris had requested some thicker ones because his feet hurt so bad. So I had gotten some that I thought were really beautiful, and I cannot wait to show them to you. I want to encourage you, if you're having a hard time keeping your house up, it feels cluttered, it feels overwhelming. I get it. I get you. I see you. I cannot relate to you enough. But if you can just put one foot in front of the other and just do a small space, a small room, anything, it really does create momentum, and it makes the next step that much easier. And then the next step and the next step. And I have encouraged you all that if you are in a slump like I had been, then play your favorite book, an Audible. I love Audible. Play your favorite song, get a playlist, and just clean for the length of a chapter or a couple of, paragraphs. Clean for the length of your favorite song. And more times than not, I'm telling you, it's like magic. You will suddenly be so motivated to do more spaces. And when I had finally, it was like, I had said this in my previous video, time in erodes awareness of. The more it sits around, the more we become blind to it. And clutter is like a magnet. It literally attracts more clutter. So does mess. And when you have a ton of people in your house, or you're just really not where you want to be with your cleaning and your organizing or whatever it may be, it really brings down the mood even more so than the mood that may already be low. So again, if you can just put one foot in front of the other, just take one step. I want to encourage you. I promise you, you will be so thankful, and you will feel so accomplished and feel so proud of yourself. And if you can just stay on top of it a little bit every single day, I'm telling you, it makes a huge difference. I am a firm believer that the best part of our life starts at home. And if we can start at home with cleaning and doing the things that we need to do, again, having those routines, cleaning up every single day after ourselves, decluttering our home, because clutter can have a huge negative impact on our mental health. Organizing your spaces so they're more functional. Doesn't matter if your house is huge or maybe on the smaller side. We can make do with what we have, and we got to be thankful for that. So if you can just really start those steps, you will be so incredibly thankful. And I really believe that if you start at home, it will just go into the rest of your life. It'll infiltrate your entire life, and you will be so thankful. I am so thankful for you today. I hope you enjoyed today's Clean and Decorate with me. I surely enjoyed having you here. Let me know how you're doing in the description, or excuse me, let me know how you're doing in the comments below. I am so thankful for you. I'll never stop saying that. And always know you are loved. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys. Hello, my friends. I am so glad you're here today. We are going to be doing a fall front porch decorate with me, adding some subtle and cozy vibes to the front porch. I'm also going to be showing you some clips from front porch past. Yes, you're going to be seeing how the decor has definitely changed over years, and there's a little something for everybody. So I'm just going to give you guys a peek of that, and then we are going to continue moving on and decorating my front porch, just adding some really cozy fall vibes. If you're new here, my name is Lynn White. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It is totally free, and I post every single week. Okay, so we are going to start off. This is what my front porch looks like right now. The real deal. I got these right here. I don't even know what these are called, but you guys know we kind of like just plop the whole planter in here. And of course, a plethora of shoes. Here we go. No wreaths on the door, and the swing is looking pretty sad. So we got some new mulch, or more mulch, I should say, because we just got gutters put in. So that's great. The gutters came in last Thursday, which is a huge lifesaver. Houses here do not come with gutters. And so for fall this year, I usually go all out, go crazy, add a ton of stuff. But if you guys have been here for a little while, you know I have been simplifying my life. That also means my decor. We are going to do a soft and subtle. Why did I say soft? I don't know. We are going to do a subtle and cozy fall front porch this year. So here is an overview. Let's get started. Okay, so we are going to start off by just cleaning everything off of the porch. I was going to use the pressure washer, but just did not have time to do that right now. So we are just going to do the best we can do, pulling anything that I can off, especially the shoes. Had to take them to the garage, and moving these planters. They are extremely heavy. They are filled with dirt, about the majority, so it's a mess. You can see there are love bugs everywhere. It is wild. They're such a nuisance. That's all I can say. They're just a nuisance. But this is what it looks like so far, and we need to tackle this first and foremost because I'm not going to decorate with this mess. So I've got the blower here, and let me just know, when you guys use your husband's tools, does it make you feel kind of like, I don't know, I feel kind of proud of myself. I don't know if that's just strange, but I do. I feel proud of myself. So I got that blower out, and I started blowing everything off. The cobwebs, it's not too terribly bad because we do have pest treatment, and they will come and do all of this, especially mosquitoes. So they'll kind of like clean all the cobwebs off. So I'm just getting any of the residual stuff off, and I like using the blower. I can't help it. It's really cool to me. So yeah, I'm just going to continue doing this. So in my mind, I kind of envision what I want for this space, and last minute I thought if I wanted to considered using this little mat here. I got it from Amazon, very durable, washable, all the things. I like it a lot. And I've got my this is a pretty big doormat. I got it at home, and I've had it since I purchased the house, since I was pregnant with Emma, and it's held up beautifully. So I do not feel like I need to go and spend money on a new doormat, even though I kind of want to. I'm not doing it. My goal was to not spend any money on unnecessary decor. You guys know I've been trying to simplify my life, and it starts with the pocketbook. It starts with your checkbook. You can't go and be spending money and trying to clean out your house. It just doesn't work. So trying to use what I have, and I am going to really struggle with putting these planters back. Very heavy, like I mentioned. That's all there is to it. They're heavy, but I love them because I feel like they're really classic and just really sleek. So you can't go wrong with these, and I got them from Home Depot. What is it, honey? Can I help you in just a minute? I'm busy, okay? I'll help you in a second, okay? decided to keep that little nugget of mom life. Noah needed some encouragement with his homework, which of course I do jump to do, but I just wanted to finish because it was so hot, so terribly hot. So I will give details about all of the items I'm using. I don't want to kind of be redundant and tell you everything I'm using, and then at the end I'm going to tell you as well. But I'm going to use these faux mums for this right here. I like the way this looked. When I ordered these last year, I did think the color was going to be more on the plum side. They're not, and that's okay. We're making the best out of it. So the QVC one, the ones like I had said, I think QVC still has it. You'll have to look, and I can try to find a link. I know in my Like to Know It, I had a link for them, and they're super affordable. And I like that you can just purchase one and basically get 2 uses out of it. And they also come with like little stakes that you can put in the ground. So if you want to use it for your garden, you can do that as well. And they're UV resistant, so it's a win in my opinion, and I think they turned out great. So I am now going to be pulling up the mat because after I started looking at it, it was just too much going on. It's just clashing, and I'm just paying attention to things like that. I have said in the past with my decorating, it's a feeling. It's got to be like the right feeling, and as I've been simplifying my life, the feelings have changed. So if it doesn't feel right, I take it away. And I'm going to reuse these really pretty faux wheat wreaths. I believe Target still has them this year. So they must be good if Target's going to bring it back 2 years in a row.
Promise I'll be good, waiting for answers, but now it's up to you. Now it's up to you. Waiting for answers. Now it's up to you. Waiting. You go.
I am not going to add a ton of pumpkins yet. It is September, but I don't think it's necessary to add a ton. I will be adding more for my Halloween front porch decor. I actually sprayed some down today to make them look like stone, but I am going to be pretty minimal with the pumpkins this year.
Now you finally know it's you, and you only so hard trying to show it. Give you my all, I promise I'll be good. Waiting for answers. Now it's up to you.
So here is the final little reveal. This is just kind of the beginning of the decor, just sprucing it up for the season, not overdone. I did have the black and white runner, or sorry, you know, that thing matte, but I got that from Amazon. I just didn't feel it. That's definitely going to be here for Halloween though. I showed you guys these right here. They're from QVC last year, super affordable. They are a sphere, or they call them an orb, I think. Take it apart and boom. So I love these. I am on the hunt for some faux white mums. I can't find them anywhere, literally anywhere. So let me know if you can help me out. I've gone to Hobby Lobby, I've gone to Michael's. I'm not having any luck. So I've got the same super, I think wide. Okay, let me get out of the light here. Super wide. Sorry, the sun sets right here. Welcome mat. Got this from At Home. Then the wreaths here are from Target last year. Over here on the swing, I have my same throw blanket that I got from Target last year. This is the Threshold brand. And then this pillow here, this is the only thing new this year. I think this pillow is $13 at Walmart. For sure at Walmart. I can't remember if it was $13. It was that or cheaper. I really like it. It has the vintage look and really durable fabric. So I think that looks really cute. And then I've got my 2 pumpkins that I've had for I don't know how many years. I have debated on putting rockers back out here because, well, first off, this is down just a little bit. We need to have it pulled back up. But I like to change things out. I would just put this in the back, or I don't know. That's just how I am. I like to rearrange and switch things up a lot. It just makes me happy. So I kind of been thinking about that, but for right now, this is great. I would get some black rockers. I've been thinking about painting the door black as well, but we do live in an HOA community, and you guys know how HOAs are, so there we go. So this is what it looks like so far. I think it looks really good. I am looking forward to decorating for Halloween. I'm also going to add some clips of what my porch has looked like over the years. I think it'll be quite interesting. I'll have a playlist that you guys can go and just look at so many different designs for fall porches. I've got farmhouse. I've got over the top Pinterest perfect. I've gone on and on. I've been doing fall front porches for 5 years now. So you guys will get a whole bunch of motivation, and I would love for you guys to check them out. So maybe this isn't your style, but another year was your style. I've got a ton of them, so check out the playlist below. I hope you guys enjoyed this. We are going to continue on the decorating. We are going to continue on all of the seasonal stuff. Can't wait to decorate this for Halloween, and even more importantly, Christmas. I'm so excited. So yeah, thank you guys all so much. I want to tell you, even though I'm behind the camera, don't forget to subscribe. If you're new, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button. It is free, my friends, and I post 2 videos every single week. I have been sticking to a Monday and Wednesday routine or schedule, but yeah, I film, I post. It's actually Tuesday. I'm going to post this tomorrow. It'll be Wednesday, and I would love to have you guys. I would love it. So don't forget to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you very soon. Love you. Bye. To the entryway, if you remember, okay, so that's going to be Emma in the background. This is just the way it's going to be. She's right here with me, so you'll get to hear her in the voiceover. So, you know, I hope you guys are okay with that. But I got rid of the console table here, and I had it on Facebook Marketplace. I personally loved it. Thought it looked fantastic in the living room, but you know, we got the fireplace, and I love that setup. And so we brought it in the front here, and I loved it. It fit the space perfectly, but let me tell you why I got rid of it. Basically, because I have learned something about myself and my family, that we don't always put things back. I know you may be surprised, but it's true. And as I have been on the road to simplifying my life, I have realized when things are sitting around, especially when it's just decoration, things just get piled up. So it quickly became a catch-all for everything. The dog leashes, the dog bags that we take when we take them for a walk. I mean, so many things. And in my mind, I had envisioned this perfectly decorated space, and it doesn't stay that way. So it was not necessarily functional. It had a lot of wasted space, and it was a catch-all. So I decided I would rather get my money back for it, and I sold it. And that's what I did. Finally, it took a while to sell it. I will say Facebook Marketplace is not an easy place to sell, because people will ask, is it available? And then they'll just ghost you. But finally I sold it. And finally I actually said I'm going to keep it. And then I sold it that actual day. But I love the open space. It feels really, really good in here. It feels wide open. It feels free, I guess is how I would say it. Even Chris was saying, like, I don't want you to sell it. I love it. But he came back to me and he said, it feels open. It feels airy in there, and it's really nice. It feels good. And so I'm glad I sold it. I'm very, very glad I sold it. And then the money I made from it, I go and I put that on any debt I have. That has been a goal of mine. So I am getting started right in here. I know that was a long explanation. Just wiping everything down. To be quite honest with you, in a moment you'll see my living room. It is a disaster, and it was overwhelming me. So I decided to start in the entryway, because it was like a little piece that I could bite off, and I knew that that momentum would get me motivated and set up the momentum for the next space. So that is what I want to encourage you guys to do. If you're feeling overwhelmed by what you have to do, start small. So that's why I started in the entryway, and I'm going to be redecorating this space, bringing the olive tree over on the side, and I think the way it turned out was really beautiful. If you guys are curious, this table find was from TJ Maxx, and I had it in the house before, but I put it in the garage because I didn't want it just sitting around. I really do like it. The kids put one of my plug-ins that I used to use on top of it, so I'm probably gonna have to sand it, but it cleans up very beautifully, and I loved the weather distress look. I also want to say I used that cleaner for the wall. Please use that sparingly. I put it on a rag because when I spray it in the air, it really irritates my lungs. So if you have respiratory issues of any sort, or real sensitive to strong fragrances, please use that with caution. That spray, I like it. It does work. Do I think it works better than soap and water? No, but I got it, so I'm using it. And now I'm going to start decorating this space.
Meant for each other, staring in her dark green eyes. I want to love her, scared if I should roll the doesn't go
What are you doing?
with the flow.
What are you doing?
And I wonder if you ever think of me.
We are moving to the opposite side of the entryway, and I'm going to start cleaning up this space as well. I want this to be a very cozy, neutral space, so that is what we're doing. I always encourage you guys to purchase pillow covers. I get mine from Amazon. It saves on buying whole pillows, and you're able to change up your style very quickly. I loved these here. I will, if you want a link, I'll put it in there. I don't ever remember to do links. I'm so sorry. But I will say the color of this velour or velvet pillow is called Jam, and I absolutely love it.
Hold on to this dream a little longer. There's a little bit of me inside of you, and I still wonder if take the fall. So long, so hard, just to find the words to say. I tell my
Briefly, I wanted to let you know where I got some of the items, so I am going to kind of go backwards a little bit, but as I had mentioned, I got the table from TJ Maxx. There's Emma. I've got the ceramic, I think it is, pot that the plum stems are in from Target. The plum stems are from Michael's. The books, oh my word, the books are from Target. The candle is from Target. The candle holders, the black ones, and the twisted candles are from Hobby Lobby. And then the distressed, this is cracking me up, the distressed console table was actually a sofa table, and I didn't love it like that, so I actually cut the legs down to make it look like a distressed bench. I got that, somebody made it on Facebook. And then the blanket from Target, the little pillow from Target Dollar Spot, like I had mentioned, the pillow cover is from Amazon, and the insert is probably just an old insert. And then the small little white ceramic pot that had the little plum bush in there, that's from Hobby Lobby. The plum bush is from Target. So there you go. There's a little list of where I've got everything. And as you saw, I am in the living room, and you probably understood why I started in the entryway, because it was overwhelming me. As I started cleaning the living room, Chris came home and he's playing with Emma. I decided to leave this in here just as like I wanted to remember it, honestly. Sometimes I go back and look at my old videos and I see some really sweet moments that are caught on camera, and you can't trade them for anything. So I decided to leave them in. As I clean up the living room, that's Emma sitting right next to me still playing. And cleaning up the living room real good, gonna spruce this space up as well. This lamp here was actually a hospice thrift store find. I got it for $3, and I sprayed it with some stone-like spray paint, and I love the way it turned out. And I got these pillows from Marshall's. I really liked the contrast in color, but I felt like it was pretty neutral. And I'm just going to spray all the pillows down with this Febreze fabric spray, because some of these pillows have been in the garage for a bit. They're actually, the old couch is in there, and they've been in there with it. The gray velvet pillow covers are actually from Hobby Lobby. Very, very good quality, I have to say. And so I'm just going to put some pillows here. I haven't had pillows on my couch since we've got this couch just a couple of weeks ago, and I wanted to give it a shot. I wanted to see if I could have my pillows back here. Usually the kids throw them on the floor or the dogs lay on them, and that for some reason just I don't like when dogs lay on pillows. I don't know what it is, and I don't like when my blankets and pillows even touch the floor. It's one of those weird quirks on me that I just cannot stand. So I wanted to give it a shot because I do love me some pillows, but yeah, I'll tell you how that went down. Kiddos are home, and I am going to clean up this floor. I'm going to vacuum it real quick. I've actually purchased another rug. This one, I did wash it, and it washed great. And then Hazel had another accident on it, and so I don't even know if I want to call it an accident anymore. So I used my carpet cleaner to clean it up. But from what I feel like is that once they go, doesn't matter if you wash it or if you clean it with a carpet cleaner and you use the enzyme stuff, it doesn't matter, they're going to keep going back there. Can you let me know if that's true or not? Once a pet soils carpet or a rug, the rug is done for. Can you let me know? Because I went ahead and purchased another rug, and then I purchased this housebreaking spray that I was going to spray it down. So just give me, if you guys are aware of animals like that, let me know, because I will not even try to hide it. I'm at my wit's end with her doing this, and I feel like I don't feel like it. She's literally ruined every stitch of carpet. So I'm going to have to put a diaper on her. And it's not even that she's not going out and she's completely healthy. She just does it. She's not nervous. She's not anything. She just does it. Sometimes she does it when people come over, and I understand that can be common. That doesn't bother me. But she just does it. We will have the door open to the outside. We've been out there. We've played. I've given her love. We've done all the things. I leave the door open. I go about my business. Take care of Emma. Do what I got to do. I'm Sam in Emma's room, spending time with her in there, and then I come out and there's a mess on a pee mess on the carpet. Why? Why does she do that? It's really frustrating. So please give me some tips if you have them. So I am reorganizing this mantle here. I'm gonna re-spruce it up and use some of the old things I had, and then I'm going to come into the kitchen and start cleaning off this countertop.
You see clear when I go blind, when I fall hard, you turn me around. Oh, you go up when I go down. You see clear when I go blind, and oh, at home you always be around. The show is over now. You finally know it's you and you only. So hard trying to show it. Give you my all. Promise I'll be good. Waiting for answers, but now it's up to you. Now it's up to you. Waiting for answers. Now it's up to you. Waiting. I know that I've been going back and forth. I know that I've been leaving you with questions. I know I should, but I don't wanna fall. I know with you I have to learn my lessons. And you go up when I go down, and you see clear when I go blind. When I fall hard, you turn me around. Oh, and you go up when I go down, and you see clear when I go blind. And oh, I hope you always be around. The show is over now. You finally know it's you and you only. So hard trying to show it. Give you my all. Promise I'll be good. Waiting for answers, but now it's up to you. Now it's up to you.
I'm using my favorite quartz or granite cleaner here. I guess I would say stone countertop cleaner. I have quartz countertops, and this is from Method, and I really like it. It smells really like Fruity Pebbles, which I think is kind of amazing, and it cleans my countertops like no other. At the end of the night, I usually use a all-purpose antibacterial counter spray, but this stuff here, I don't know why I go between the two. I can honestly say I think my countertops look the best when I use this stuff right here. It's amazing, and I get it from Target.
So hard trying to show it. Give you my all. I promise I'll be good. Waiting for answers. Now it's up to you. Now it's up to you. I'm waiting. Now it's up to you. Now it's up to you.
I have been staying on top of the chores in the house. Sometimes they lack depending on where my mental health is. But I've been staying on top of it, and it has really helped me a great deal feel accomplished and feel good about my space and feeling good about myself. So it's been good. It's also been nice because I've been feeling really motivated to organize and declutter the house as you guys have seen it, and then being able to spruce up the space for fall has felt so good. It just brings a little bit of warmth and joy in the house, and I've got some of these really sweet little vignettes for fall, and it just makes me feel incredible, to be honest, incredible. So I want to encourage you guys to decorate a little spot, declutter, organize, spruce up a little spot. It really does affect your mood in the best way. Real life, I was not in the mood to do that laundry, so I put it in a basket and I moved it into my room. Real true story. I am going to put these stems here. I got these for Hobby Lobby, and it was in the fall collection. Really, really pretty. Really like these. And these two containers here are from Hobby Lobby as well. One thing I love about Hobby Lobby, which I started to really write them off, if I'm being honest. It wasn't my style, the stuff they were carrying. So I thought, I'm just not going to go there anymore. And I am so glad that I started, because one thing that I will say is good about Hobby Lobby is they keep up with the trends. And so when things get popular, they come in clutch. So they've done good. This white container is from Hobby Lobby. Now these gold squirrels are from Target last year, and they will continue to make their debut every fall because they are so sweet. And I'm going to now put another pillow cover on this pillow. So it comes in a pack of 2. I think it was $15 on Amazon, and they come in a pack of 2, which you cannot beat. And they are so soft. So I put this little wheat stack. I got it from Home Goods last year, or Marshall's, one of those. That's usually where I shop, or Target. And I put it here. I actually, after this video, I changed things up. Once it was all done, it felt so good. And then I left and came back into the house, and some of it was overwhelming me. Yeah, it really was. And so, you know what? I took it down. So the wheat went away, the pumpkin went away, and that evening I came out and the dogs were on top of all my pillows, and that made me sad. So the pillows are now all sitting on the chair. Those are going to have to go away too. I do not like dogs on my pillows. I'm sorry, I just can't. So I guess pillows won't work for me, but it looked pretty. I was really hopeful. So I hope this video just gave you some really good inspiration for some simple and subtle fall touches. And this is this is how I'm decorating these days. And so let me know, are you more is more or less is more? Can you let me know in the comments below? Either way, I'm glad you're here, and I don't take your time for granted. Thank you for spending your time with me. I love you more than you'll ever know. You are loved, you are worthy, and I'd love for you to subscribe. Bye, guys. Hey friends, I am so glad you're here today. We are going to be doing the very first fall clean and decorate of the season. I've got a lot of really unique, simple but cozy fall decor pieces today. So I'm so glad we're here. Let's get started.
Memories all I got, like an afterthought. What we felt and said.
Starting off in the kitchen, I wanted to add some really cozy fall decor in here. I keep it pretty minimal all year long, but I wanted to add some warmth. There's a lot of white and contrast in my home, which I like. I like clear, spaces, open spaces. I don't want a lot of clutter. But when it comes to the seasons, I do like to add warmth. And I usually will do that with wood tones and things like that. I don't go too crazy with the orange and the fall colors per se, but I still keep it pretty neutral but yet festive. Like, it's definitely noticeable that we've got some fall going on in here. I was actually watching a video last night of some of my old home tours. You guys got to check those out. It is in my fall playlist. And just to see how much my style has changed over the years is incredible. Even just the way I do my videos and my editing, it's all so different. So it was interesting watching that and just kind of watching the evolution of my decorating style. It's kind of cool. But if you want to watch those are in my fall tours or my fall playlist. You'll have the home tours, the clean and decorates from years past. I've been doing this for about 5 years. So it was interesting to watch, and also you'll be able to get some different decor styles. Like, I'm going for muted colors this year, and last year I went with a lot of white pumpkins. I think the year before I went with white, then one year I went with aqua and buffalo check. So it just changes, but I like to keep things simple. The older I've gotten, the more I have learned what I like, and it's just unapologetically what I like. It doesn't matter if it's on trend or other people are doing it. It's what I like, and that's what I'm sticking to. And I guess with my older age, I have just kind of like really appreciated that, which I think you should too. If you love something, don't change it up just because Instagram or social media is saying that you should do something different. If you like bright colors, then y'all better do those bright colors. Do what works for you. But I'm also going to show you quickly what I got in my grocery haul, and we are going to start decorating with some really cozy pieces.
On a weary line, too scared to trust you and jump down. I'll keep my status quo up here, won't let anybody come near. I'll fix it on my own.
Okay, so we are going to start off with some baby pouches for Emma. So, little side note, I actually did this talking with the camera, but I've got a new camera and I'm still working on how to use it. So somehow I filmed the majority of this video in slow motion. Don't ask me how. So I had to actually speed everything up to get it to a normal size, and it took out all of my voiceover that I did. So that is why it kind of looks wonky, but just go with it. So got her some pouches, got some creamer, I got some sliced portobello mushrooms because I'm going to make dinner tonight, and I'll show you what I make. Some ham for Liam, and then my Target has Ulta in it, and I like to get these little travel size makeup pieces. That way I can kind of try it before spending a lot of money. So I got the magic extension, and then this drying lotion for little blemishes. So then I got some teeth whitening strips, and some little containers for Emma. Heading over this way, I got this fire roasted tomatoes, diced and crushed. I make a really yummy dish with this with ricotta cheese, and oh, it's so good. And then I got some whipping cream for tonight's dinner, and I got these sun-dried tomatoes, Parmesan, apples. I love to decorate with apples. I mean, we do eat them a lot. Emma is obsessed with them, but I love to decorate with real things. So real pumpkins, real apples, red and green. It is really beautiful decor, and it's edible. So it doesn't go to waste. Then I got this yummy popcorn. It's a better version. My kids love popcorn. Paper plates and more popcorn because they love it. My favorite brownie mix, I use coconut oil instead of milk, so it's dairy free too, and it is by far the best thing I've ever eaten. The best. And then I'm going to make some pasta for Emma because she's starting to get picky to eat, so I'm trying to make some easy meals for her. Pasta for tonight's meal And I'm looking at this, seeing if there's anything else again. And remember, I was talking, but it cut it all out. So I'm trying to like mimic what I was saying. I got her this little mat here, so she won't throw food off of her tray. Little update, she still throws food off her tray. She loves to color, and so I've got these little invisible ink thingamajiggies. Yes, that is the official name. There is Miss Meowie, always hanging out. And then these are my Target Dollar Spot items. Pillow was $5. They had a lot of them, and they're really, really stinking cute. Really stinking cute. Okay, so I'm also in love with, okay, she keeps getting my, my little, whatever this thing is called that I put on my camera. She keeps getting it. I am loving the muted orange, the terracotta pumpkins. So I was already planning to do this with some of my own pumpkins. These were $3 each. They are glass or ceramic, and I don't love the feel of them because they're chalky, but it's okay. We just touch it like that, and it's fine. But I was going to do this to some of my pumpkins, so I went ahead and got these so I can kind of mimic this look, but I love it. I love it. Then I got this jar here. This was $5. I believe you can get one at Walmart, a bigger one, for $10, maybe a little bit more, which I had one years ago, but I don't know where it's at. A little glass pumpkin, little $1 pumpkins. And then I got this bushel of burgundy stems from Hearth and Hand. This was $12. I don't think it's worth $12 if I'm being honest with you, but I got it. And then I got this tray. I've had my eye on this tray for a hot second. So then I got this blanket. This is from Threshold Studio McGee. It was $25. One thing I will say is I actually looked at everything online. I only got the things that I kept thinking about. Does that make sense? So sometimes I will watch other people talk about their fall decor or watch things. It doesn't matter, any decor, any clothes. And I'm like, oh, I've got to have it. Got to have it. Well, little tip, put it in your cart and don't buy it. Put it there and wait a day. Go back to it, take a look at the cart and see if you still need it or you still want it. That will help you from impulse buying, because I have impulse purchased a lot and I've regretted a lot. I have a lot of buyer's remorse. I don't ever want you guys to have that with me or watching things that I show you. So even this day, I was watching a friend doing her Amazon fall haul. And I immediately was like, oh, I got to have that. I got to have that. I got to have that. Got to have that. And I filled my cart up. Okay. It was like $300. And then I stopped and I walked away. I came back later and I was like, I don't need that shirt. I don't need that blanket. I don't need that bushel of whatever. And so I just put saved for later. And you can do that with Target as well. Save for later. And then I will go back and I'm like, okay. And you'll see that the cart gets smaller and smaller and smaller because you really don't, quote unquote, need any of this stuff. Don't make the mistake like I've made, and I still sometimes make, but I'm working really hard on buying things you don't need for people who aren't going to see your house, for people that don't know you. Please, I'm working on this every single day, literally. So I want you guys to work on that too. Sure, I would love for you guys to, it's great when we share something and you guys love it, but I don't want you to put yourself out over it. My goal here is just to inspire you and to motivate you, to get your creative juices flowing. If you see something and you're like, yeah, I would like to do that, then do it. But don't feel obligated to rush out and spend money you don't have or shouldn't be spending. Even when I do sponsored content, don't feel like you have to, okay? Like, I am thankful to be working with sponsors. Let's just be honest. It's a dream come true. But whenever I show anything, even sponsored, please just, think of it as a commercial. And if you will love it, great. I will only put things on my channel that I love and that I think are great. But don't feel obligated, okay? I don't want you guys to put yourself in a bind, because I'm going to tell you something right now. I've put myself in a big old bind. And when the season's over and the content's past, I'm the one footing the bill. So that's my little side note. So here are all of my little coffee syrups that I purchased last year. They've just been sitting around. Don't like the containers. So when I saw these containers in the Target Dollar Spot, they were $3 for two. It just was a no-brainer. And I think it's going to be such a beautiful addition to my countertops. Like I had mentioned, I like to keep things very minimal. but this time of year I like to have those cozy vibes. And the color of the syrups, it may be silly, but it looks really, really beautiful too. So I thought this was a really cute and affordable way to display it.
When you fall in love, but it don't work out. When you've cried at least 100 times. When you feel so stuck, but you can't get out. Just remember, there will come a day when it all works out, and you didn't even have to try. You will find a way if you hold on now and remember that the only way is up from here. The only way is up from When you fall in love, but it don't work out. When you've cried at least 100 times.
Here is another little area I'm going to just kind of spruce up with some items that I already had, except for the little terracotta pumpkin that I'm going to add here.
When it all works out, and you didn't even have to try. You will find a way if you hold on now and remember that the only way is up from here.
I'm going to add a cutting board here. This little marble slab was what I had my utensils on. I like this. I got it from Walmart last year. I like to have something right behind the stove because of the food splatters. It can stain the grout. I don't always keep something here. I like to keep it pretty minimal, but I do like the warmth that the cutting board adds. This is a Studio McGee console that I got not too long ago. I love it. The quality is really beautiful. And here's that tray I have been eyeing for quite some time. Finally got it. I went ahead and splurged on it because I knew I could use it throughout the year, but I thought it was perfect to kind of ground all of these decor pieces. But I can see myself using this in multiple places. So a little tip, if you are purchasing fall things, look kind of think outside of the box and purchase things that you can use all year long. So these stems here, they weren't the easiest to mess with, but that was because I had the jute still, or the whatever that ribbon is, still tied around it. But I do like them. I also won't take tags off and kind of deconstruct things until I'm for sure I'm going to use it, because yes, I will return things. I have no shame in that. If it doesn't work for the space, I will end up returning it. So I took the tag off of this tray because I knew I wanted to keep it, but I saved it on the counter just in case it didn't work. Sometimes we will purchase things and have a vision for them in the store, but if it doesn't work, don't feel bad to return it as long as it's in perfect condition. I will never do it if it's not. And here's our mom moment where the kids left their ball. I had just decorated this spot and went and picked up the kids, and where do you think they put their balls? Right there. This is just funny to me. So I'm going to vacuum this space. I got to get a stain off of the rug, and we are going to keep on decorating. So I mean literally everything in my living room was from Facebook Marketplace or clearance. So the fireplace, Facebook Marketplace, and I painted it. The ottoman there with the chair is an IKEA Facebook Marketplace. The lamp there was on massive clearance, and I actually got it working with the Haven website. I was able to get credits. The tray clearance and the pillow there same, and then here is the little precious Target Dollar Spot pillow. So the rug here was clearance, which this is the Rug Collective. It is very, very thin. It is supposed to be machine washable. It is a 9x13, so I have been very, very scared to put that in my washing machine because I have heard that they're really not good for the washing machine, and so it scares me. So I'm going to clean it with some carpet cleaner. I don't know what is on here. And then I've actually cleaned this carpet with the actual carpet cleaner, and so it works well. And then here are some of the items I got from Hobby Lobby. Just a few. Little, like I said, mentioned just little soft, subtle touches of fall, cozy fall pieces. My motto has always been, and probably will always be, cozy, not cluttered. And that is my goal here. And I'm learning how to facilitate that more and more in my home. So I'm adding some really beautiful wheatgrass. Really pretty. These are so natural looking, and they were obviously 40% off at Hobby Lobby.
I know with you I have to learn my lessons. And you go up when I go down, and you see clear when I go blind. When I fall hard, you turn me around. Oh, and you go up.
Everything is going to be a work in progress. I do not plan on keeping everything after I got done decorating. Obviously, I had to start dinner, and you will see that shortly. But I know that I'm going to continue decorating, and I know some things are going to move around a bit. So I'm just kind of playing with it. This is kind of like the rough draft.
My promise I'll be good. Waiting for answers, but now it's up to you. Now it's up to you. Waiting for answers. Now it's up to
All I'm going to do for right now, if you want to see the rest of the house, I'm going to continue to film that for the rest of the week. And that is going to be on next week's video on my other channel, where it's strictly decorating and decor and DIYs, stuff like that. I keep this channel strictly for organizing and cleaning, that kind of stuff. But over there is all decor, DIYs, and yeah, decorating. So I'll have that channel link in my description box, but if you want to see the full thing, you can go over there. I'm also going to be doing a fall home tour, which I'm so excited because those used to be so much fun for me to do, and I just haven't done them in so many years. YouTube's changed a lot. You can't really post what you want to post on here. So like I can't just post like cook with me, clean with me, organizing, clean, like decorating and vlogs and this and shop with me. You can't do that on one channel. If you're a creator, you know that, so you understand. But if you ever wonder why people make multiple channels, that's why. So all of that decor and home tour and all that will be on my other channel, so I'm really excited. But now it's about 3:45. I had to wake up Emma to go get the kids, so she is not wanting to independently play, but that's okay because this mom knows how to cook with a baby on my hip. So I'm gonna make a really yummy meal tonight. I told Chris we kind of just been eating whatever lately, and I wanted something good. So I'm gonna do my sun-dried tomato Alfredo pasta. So yummy, and I'm gonna show you how I make it. It's super quick. It won't be a long drawn out cook with me, but I'm just gonna show you real quick how I do it so you can make it for your family too. It's so hot and steamy and yummy, and it is perfect for the cooler months that are coming up because it is so good and savory. So let me show you this. So you get just a saucepan, and I put some olive oil in it. I really love avocado oil, but I was out of it. And then I've got 2 packs of thin sliced skinless boneless chicken breast. Use whatever chicken breast you want. You can even use chicken thighs. I'm just used to buying the chicken breast. I like it. And then I will heavily season it with salt and pepper. And then, and I mean heavily, because I like a lot of flavor and I like to add a lot of flavor each step. So it has like layers. Then I'm going to add some oregano. I did not have any Italian seasoning, but you can just do it with Italian seasoning. I am grinding some thyme, onion powder, garlic powder. Of course, if you've got fresh, either great. My kids don't like chunks of onions. I do, but they don't. And then I'm going to brown it on each side on a medium heat, making sure that I am browning it, not burning it, because you do not want those yummy chicken bits on the bottom to get burned, because it'll just ruin the flavor. And so it has got a really nice crust on it. But again, remember, brown, don't burn. And then I'm going to hand wash some portobello mushrooms and then put them in here. You can use any mushrooms you like. I like portobello. I like the flavor a lot. And then I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of butter with the baby on my hip, and because that's the way we do it here. And then I'm just going to saute this, and I'm going to get all of the yummy butter melted, and it's going to pick up these yummy chicken bits. That's what I call it, chicken bits. That's the flavor, y'all. And then I'm going to take it out, put it all on a plate, and add about more than half. I don't measure things, so you've got to forgive me. I'm real country like that. I ain't measuring nothing. But I've got a 32-ounce container of heavy whipping cream, and I'm doing more than half of that. You do it to eye. You can do as much or as little as you want. And then I like to bring that up to warmth or up to temperature slowly. You don't want to scald the cream. And so I'm doing that, and it's kind of taking all the flavors of the yumminess, that's what we're going to call it. And then I'm going to cut my sun-dried tomatoes. They are in their own little oil. I love sun-ripened tomatoes. I think that's what I just said. I love them. Family, they can live without them. I'm obsessed with them. The more the merrier as far as I'm concerned. But I didn't go too crazy, and I just cut them like in a julienne style. And then I'm going to put them in here, and I'm going to let them just infuse this cream. Ooh, yes, I'm going to boil these noodles in some salted water. And you can use Parmesan in a bag, but I find it does not melt as well because it's coated to keep its shape. I don't know if you know that. So go on and get yourself a block of Parmesan and start grating that. Grate, all of that as much as you possibly can into this saucepan. Now I will eventually go to the side and finish grating it, and I will add it to the cream. And as you see here, because it was hurting my hands and I needed to put it down, and then I stir until it's melted and incorporated. I will add the mushrooms. Yummy. I have already cut the chicken in slices. I don't add the chicken all at once because my kids don't all love this, and so I like to have some for them. And then I will add it back here, and I'll let it cook for just a minute, again on like medium low. I would say, just to get that chicken married in there. It's really, really yummy. Let me tell you something. If you want to go for gluten-free, you can do gluten-free noodles or over mashed potatoes. Yes, if you've never thought about that, over mashed potatoes is divine. But I wanted to do over a pasta tonight, so that is what I'm doing, and it is delicious. If you've ever had macaroni grill pasta Milano, this is similar but better. Lynn's is better. Let me just tell you, you've got to try this recipe exactly how I'm doing it. Alfredo is the easiest thing you can make, and it is so delicious.
Just carry on, carry on, carry on. Love will find its home. Carry on, carry on, carry on. Love will find its home. Carry on, carry on, carry on. Love will find its home. Oh, have you heard about the free world? Is it true what they say?
Literally the best pasta you'll ever eat. Ever. Hands down. It reminds me of like a pasta Milano from Macaroni Grill. That is superior. So I made a Caesar salad out of a bag because I'm fancy like that. And here it is at the table. Yummy, creamy, delicious. So delicious. And then I got a wild hair, and I decided I'm going to make a pumpkin spice cake. So I got a box a spice cake, and here is your little reminder: clean while you cook. Don't let it sit there. I always clean while I cook so I don't have a big mess. The cake is done and it is yummy. Just a can of pureed pumpkin, and then follow the spice mix directions. I didn't have any cream cheese. That's what I wanted, so I just whipped together some pumpkin spice, heavy whipping cream, powdered sugar, and vanilla, and I did it like a thick little cream here, but not like a whipped cream, just to add some flavor, and it was divine. I hope you guys are inspired for this fall season. I know it's early, but my goal here is to inspire you before we are actually immersed in all of the fall leaves. So take it for what it is. It's just a little bit of goodness in this heat. I love y'all, and I'll see you in the next one. And hey, don't forget to subscribe. Bye. Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining me for today's video. We are going to be doing a fall clean and decorate with me. Chris is actually filming some of the before shots here. As you can see, our house is pretty much a complete disaster, but when I'm starting to decorate, I pull everything out and it just gets messy. I purchased this new chair, and so there's a lot of things that we need to do in today's video. I'm also going to be switching out this rug and just refreshing this whole area for fall, making it very warm and welcoming. Fall is one of my most favorite holidays to decorate for, and I'm so ready for it. Even though it's so hot here, it's September, and so like I had said in my last video, it is time to decorate. If you guys are new here, would you go ahead and consider hitting that little red subscribe button, because I post videos every single week. Also, if you didn't see my last video, I did a fall front porch where I showed off all the new little updates to the front porch, so I'll definitely put that in a card above. Definitely check that out. So Chris is getting ready to break down some of these boxes from some of the items I got for the fall front porch, and he's coming in here and just taking care of this while I take care of the baby. We have to tag team quite a bit. All hands on deck. So as I mentioned, we are going to refresh this space for fall, and I'm going to put a new rug down. The one that we have here is ruggable, and I like it. The concept is genius, a washable rug, especially when you have kids and pets in a high traffic area. But to be quite honest, it's just not very comfortable under my feet. Now I know that they recently put out a thicker mat, but it itself is over $250, I think, and I just was not going to spend that. And like I had mentioned, it's just not soft, and I felt like it didn't really stay down. The ends always kind of curled up. We would kick it over. It just wasn't smooth. So I don't know if it's really like user error or if it's just the ruggable. But like I said, it really is a genius design, and the patterns are beautiful, but it's just not for this space. I want to put Emma down on the floor on a mat, and it's just not comfortable. So I decided to pick up another rug from Wayfair, and I'm really excited about this one because I did a lot of searching and I learned that 100% wool rugs resist fading and odors and stains. So I'm hoping that this one will be able to stick around for quite some time.
Every time you call my name, what do I You're whipping me into madness. I try to lay low, but I can never stay away from you. What do I we can't stop it, so I keep on rolling in silence.
So again, I got it from Wayfair and I really like the color and design. You'll see it in just a second. And also I just have to put this out there. You guys hear Emma in the background. She has found her voice and I'm sitting with her right now while doing this voiceover. So you'll hear her just kind of learning her voice. So don't be alarmed.
Realize they're all your friends. Is this who I am? You see me running around in circles, feeling so sweet. But should it be like this? I'm loving the heat. I think I'm losing it. What do I? Every time you call my name, what do I?
So this ottoman here my mom gave me and I really like it. I feel like it might be a little too big for this space. It is a 36-inch square. I'm thinking something round would look better. In this video I actually showed where I got new legs for it because with the casters on the bottom, the wheels, it always moves. But I took it out because it didn't look right. But I'm using the basket that I've had for the longest time from Home Goods. And I'm putting some of my favorite books in here. This is Divinely Designed and Home from Joanna Gaines. And putting this beautiful pumpkin on here. I got this from Home Goods many years ago. And I feel like the space really came together. It's such a sweet little space. And then over here on my console table, these gold candle holders I got from TJ Maxx. They are still there. Got them this year. And then my squirrel from Target. And I'm just going to dust everything and start to decorate it. I got a really pretty little garland that you'll see in just a second from Michael's that really ties this space together.
Call my name. What do I? What do I? You're whipping me into madness. But I can never stay away from you. What do I? What do I? What do I? We can't stop it, so I keep on rolling in silence. So I keep on rolling in silence. Keep on rolling in silence. What do I? What do I? What do I? What do I? Maybe I should keep rolling in silence.
I love having these decorative boxes because you can hide things that you don't want to see like remotes and whatnot in there. So I got this from Home Goods. I think it's so pretty with the pops of gold. Moving on into my entryway, I got this jar many years ago. You've probably seen it in my old videos if you've been here for a while. And then I'm going to put some stems from Michael's in it. This table here I got at home on clearance. I'm pretty sure I'm going to paint it white. I'm going to keep this entryway pretty open. I'm not going to put a large table in here just to keep it really open when you walk into the house. So I'm always a big fan of using real life plants when you can. I personally can't keep them alive for some reason, so I love using the faux ones. These look really, really beautiful, and I love that you can kind of mold it to however you need it. These came from Michael's. The long ones are from Michael's, and the other one I think is from Michael's from last year. But I really love the neutral color. It's not too, bold. I think it's really soft. I think it's really, really pretty. Well, I picked up another apothecary jar from Home Goods. I love these. In my other video, my organization video, you saw that I had filled it with Epsom salt and whatnot, and that's what I love about these. You can put anything in here. I am going to use some of these faux pumpkins. I'm not sure if I'm going to put it on the countertop or on the coffee bar, but I love the way it looks. You can put a little espresso in there, coffee, corn kernels, or candy corn. I mean, honestly, it's just, things you can do with it is limitless, and it's beautiful. So in one of my other videos that I have not even edited and put it out yet, I did this coffee bar, and we put these shelves up from Target here, but I decided that I just didn't love it. So I'm gonna put those shelves probably in the bathroom somewhere, and I got these gold brackets from Amazon, and Chris is hanging it up now. I am going to paint the wood, but you know, another day. There's always something to do, and not all the time in the world to do it. So that'll happen. But while I was taking care of the baby in the later in the day, he went ahead and put this up for me.
That's been telling me that you got me hooked. You're playing it big time. You're feeding me lies. Everyone has been bugging me to sever the ties, but I would never.
So giving Betty Crocker a run for her money and pulling out my Pillsbury Grands pumpkin spice cinnamon rolls. Listen, you guys, you don't have to make things from scratch for it to be loved and good and all the things. Your kids really don't care if you have flour all over your counter or if you just busted open a can. So I'm making these for my kiddos. I didn't even eat one, you guys. Not even one. But they looked so good. So I'm going to make these. I have been baking almost every single day lately. I don't know. It just brings me so much joy. It makes me so happy. So I'm going to put these in the oven and just clean up the kitchen a bit. Always something to do in this kitchen. But I'm going to clean this up before I start decorating this space.
But now I am telling you, I'm going to smile. But I would never, ever, ever would have believed them. No reason. Sometimes the truth is hard to see. But now the never, ever, ever seem to be over. I saw her, so I'm happy I got freed. Lucky, lucky, lucky me. Lucky, lucky, lucky me. I won, got it done. Lucky, lucky, lucky me.
I use my Mrs. Meyer's granite and stone cleaner. It's my favorite for the countertops. I'm going to wipe all this food off of here and start decorating this space. I am going to do a lot of gold accents in here. I think it'll really tie into what we already got going on.
Man down, he ran out of luck and now it's my time. Ain't no looking back, I'm on the right track. Here she goes. Lucky, lucky, lucky me. Lucky, lucky, lucky me. I won, got it done. Lucky, lucky, lucky me. Lucky, 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 I won't let the door hit when I leave. I guess that I was born beneath a very lucky star. And in a week or two, I won't remember who you are. I guess that I was born beneath a very lucky star. And in a week or two, I won't.
So I do not like a lot of items on my countertops. I've always liked white kitchens, white cabinets, and countertops. The white on white is very open and bright and clean feeling. So when it comes to fall, I stick to that. I mean, I'll add touches here and there. Obviously going to be adding some more gold touches. I love gold because I feel like it's very warm and it transitions so well throughout like holiday decor and regular home decor. So I'm gonna keep that common theme throughout the whole house, especially the kitchen. And you'll see with some of the items that I add, just kind of adds pops of fall.
Fast. Come on, we can make up. Honey, come on, let's break up. Like a firefly, burn till the day we die. Make me feel alive. You and I love to lie, anything to survive. Run around, we're living Phoenix style. Yeah, we fire and we ride, anything to survive. Run around, we're living Phoenix style.
We both know it's too late, but I think you already know. 'Cause it shows that every time you're around, I try to stay on the low, but it grows.
So this sink came with a rack for the bottom of it. I eventually just took it out. I felt like the silverware and everything was getting stuck, and I like to be able to scrub out my sink every night, and it made it really hard having that big old rack. So I took it out, and I'm just gonna give it a good scrub with some dish soap, nothing fancy today. And I'm using my Scrub Daddy. If you guys have never tried these Scrub Daddy products, they are amazing. Honestly, so, so good.
I'm like a moth to a flame. I should've known better, but you're pulling me in, pulling me in. There's something in those hazel eyes. There's something that I cannot fight. I try to keep you away, but somehow, baby, you're still pulling me in, pulling me in. It's like I'm stuck in reverse, crashing back into you. What's the use? I wish that I could.
So I usually don't get excited about dish soap, but the apple cider fragrance from the Mrs. Meyer's is by far my favorite. I've purchased multiple just to have them throughout the year because I love the way it smells so much. It's just a light scent. It is so perfect for fall, but like I had mentioned, I get a lot of them because they smell so good. So I'm using one of these containers here I got from Target a long time ago, filling it up, and then I'm gonna put that right here on my Grove caddy here, or the stoneware, whatever it's called. And then I've also got my hand soap, perfect for fall. And then my little cinnamon rolls are done, and I'm putting this glaze on top of it. Yum, it looked so delicious. And I always nuke my icing or glaze, whatever it is, just for like 15 seconds. I went a little too far today, just so it's easy to pour on top.
We are weaker, so what are we waiting for? I try to keep you away, but somehow, baby, you're still pulling me in, pulling me in.
Purchased this little dish here from Target, and it had two. This was the smaller one. I would like to get the larger one as well because I don't have any other dishes like this. But I love displaying like little goodies in here. I don't know, it just feels so good and warm and fall-ish. I love it. So I've got 3 in here. They are piping hot, and I've got 2 for the boys. They're gonna split in half and taste those. And then I made this arrangement for summertime just to refresh, but I've got some more foliage that I purchased, and I'm just gonna warm this up a bit. All of this garland, or excuse me, all of this foliage is from Michael's.
Want to really encourage you guys, if you see something that you like here, give it a shot, try it. The dollar store has amazing foliage right now, and I always have coupons and it's always on sale. But if it's something you like and you think, I can't do that, I want you to at least try. I know you will surprise yourself, and I know you can do it. I didn't think I could do a lot of things, but if you just put one foot in front of the other, you are going to surprise yourself, and you are going to learn how amazing you truly are. Mercury glass pumpkin is from Home Goods last year. They still have it from my understanding when I think I saw it. But I love the way this came out, but as I kind of stepped back and looked, I realized it wasn't exactly the way I wanted it. So, of course, like I had said earlier in the video, things are always changing in my house, and that is what I did here. So I put my little squirrel friend here and let the main focal point be the bouquet I made. So I love the way this came out. I feel like it really warmed up the space, and I love these colors this year. This cook stand is from Target, and I just put my Magnolia cookbook in it, and I've got it on a apple pie recipe. And then here are the pumpkins that I had showed you earlier. So I'm going to quickly clean off the table, always kinetic sand and stuff here. I feel like all the countertops and dresser tops and everything and tables become catch-alls in my house. So I'm going to clean it real quick, and then I'm going to put a runner that I got from Target. It is the Hearth and Hand line, and I'm going to put it on here and decorate the table with some pumpkins. So this will be a part of when I do the fall home tour. You guys will see this. I'm going to paint those and decorate it. We have a lot more to do, but this is a good start. So that's going to be it. I have a lot more to do, like I said, but it's a good start. Miss Thing needs to go to bed, so I love you all so much. Make sure you hit the subscribe button before we go any further, and I will see you on the next one. Bye!